just to remind you all, we are here to support CCL expand their reach. One of the things that's shocking with Facebook is that your reach, when you make a post on a Facebook business page, your reach is only about 10 to 15%. It's actually appalling.
Yeah, would you
Can
can
I
close,
close-
Yes,
please.
please.
Yeah.
And they can hear you better.
Close them both. Is this actually closed?
Oh, wait.
Stop. There you go.
Now it will.
That makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think I have internet access.
Okay, hold on a sec. I mean, it's at, excuse us for a moment. Okay, enema,
Amina.
not emina.
That's okay. It's a practice thing. Amina.
Okay, let me tell you what our code is so you can use ours.
Okay.
It's the CBC1-OF8B, and I use the 2.4.
CBC1OF
Yeah,
AB.
yeah, AB.
O as in
8B.
0
Eight.
or O as in the letter?
It should just
They're
pop up
doing
there.
that. When I
Anyway,
bring
it's
up Facebook,
CBC1,
CJ,
this
I
is to get to the Wi-Fi.
So that's your
OF
newsfeed.
AB.
Okay,
I-
so how
yeah.
do I get to,
You type in
Or
the
zero,
top here.
is it zero?
Center for
Yeah, that'll make a
Spatial
difference if
Memory.
it's 0
Yeah,
or
yeah,
O.
but just,
Trying to make a post. So up
it
here
doesn't
under
just
search.
pop up when you,
Well,
when you,
I have nothing,
Click
and
on
I'm
the
not
search,
even
just
turning
go
my
type in
phone
Center
back
for
on, so I
Creative
will
Living.
use it another time, and I will be able to tell you.
okay.
okay, well then when it pops up, when you put in the, you look and it's,
There you go.
It'll give me the
Just click on
choices.
this.
And
It says, do you wanna log into this?
and the password
There's a
is
page.
baked, B-A-K-E-D,
BAKED.
3, yeah, baked, 3 zeros and a 3,
So 0,
Search
0,
bar.
0, 3.
and then
Okay.
escape, E-S-C-A-P-E,
Newsfeed,
and all the letters are in lowercase.
type
Did you get it?
Yep, bake, 0003 is.
That's what I'm getting.
Is that
Even
what you normally
baked,
get?
even baked is in lowercase?
Yeah.
Finally.
All lowercase, you said.
Yes.
Baked, everything, okay,
Okay.
yeah, she referred to.
It's been taking all this time just to get to this point.
So I have more than enough information. I could talk probably for 3 or 4 hours, but I don't have the energy to do that today. That's we're gonna end around 2 o'clock. So I have plenty of things to talk about, but I thought we would, I'm gonna talk about some basics. I'm gonna talk about ways to support, because I put together this wonderful Google Doc of ways that anybody can help CCL's Facebook community of actions. So I wanna go through this and at some point, but I thought we would just start with some basic Facebook business pages. You want me to bring that back up?
Yes.
Well, I guess we can even start with this.
Should we start with checking in?
I find that checking in always takes longer than we want it to.
Oh.
So, I'd like for everybody to go to the CCL page. If you haven't already, like the page and then click Follow See First. If you like the page, you might or might not see. Everybody's telling you that when you post on the page, it only goes out to 10 to 15% of you. So that means 2 of you would be able to see the post and the rest of you would be wondering what happens. So by clicking like and see the page, like and then click Follow See First, that would be an increased percentage of you seeing page posts from CCL, which is what we're after. So we're really doing twofold. This is all the things that you can apply to your own business, but you can also, we really want to help CCL grow. Yes?
Okay, we're gonna find the C page first.
So look at, are you on CCL page? Go to Follow,
Follow.
and then click See First under Follow.
Okay.
I find that it doesn't always work on the cell phone, so don't be hung up if it doesn't.
Okay,
It'll bring it up, but when I click on See First, it won't go.
but if we like it, we can change it when we get to a
Yes.
computer to.
But it's really important to do the See First, because what's really important is to get reactions on the post. So liking, loving, wow, laughter, anger, nobody's being angry here. But by creating an reaction on the post, it sends a message to Facebook's algorithm to send it out to a wider audience. And what we want to do is reach more people. So this is one of my pages. You know what, I'm going to bring up my brand new project.
All right.
Prune Yard Cinemas. Reclining.
Oh, they're there, they're ready to go.
We're
They're
close.
open?
I'm launched. So I started this 2 weeks ago. And I think we have 400 and something followers right now on Facebook, 435.
And the theater's not open yet?
Correct.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, cool.
That is really good.
I like to go somewhere that doesn't exist.
Okay.
So I'm on the page now. Before we get into your individual questions, you know what? I'm just going to slow down. Let's talk about what's on your mind. So, Corky, what's on your mind with Facebook? What's your pressing question for the day?
Okay, first of all, I couldn't find where you had written up your, about what's gonna happen today. I looked in events, I couldn't find it on my computer. I accidentally ran across it, I don't even know where, and I tried to recreate that and I couldn't figure it out.
So people can always find me on my Campbell marketing page.
I went to
Go to
the fire,
Cam-
I went to the tower, water tower.
Right, so Water Tower is one of my community projects.
Right.
So in Las Gatas. So if you went to my Campbell Marketing, which is my real company, and then you click on events, it will be that event right there. And I think where it says share events, I think it says for you could subscribe and get notified when I make a new event.
Oh, right on, I loved it.
Wow.
Now I also have invited you to this event.
Yeah, because I had seen it a couple of weeks
So I
ago.
can see that I created this event a couple weeks ago. I know you can't see this, but I can see who says they're gonna be here. So I can see that Corky had said that she's going to be here, which then when you click that you're going to this event, it went through your newsfeed so your Facebook friends could see about this event. It's the same exact thing I would like for you, I strongly encourage you to do for the church, is when they have an event, click that you're going. Whether or not you're going, click
On
that you're going.
Facebook.
On Facebook.
Okay, because I
on
did it
their
on
event.
Meetup, because that's how I found it.
Right, so she does the meetup thing as well, so it's a completely separate platform.
Right,
But on
exactly.
Facebook, what we want to do with this group is get people engaging the page so Facebook thinks it needs to send it out to a wider audience.
And their Facebook page is under CCL,
Yes.
Center for Creative Living.
Center for Creative. Yeah.
but is it spelled out or?
Yes,
Center
Okay,
for
so I have to spell it.
Center space,
Center.
yes.
And you see the picture of the lady that we have on the wall in there?
Okay.
That's what you'll see.
Tell
And
us,
it's
Will.
center something?
For
4.
creative.
But even if you put in Center of Creative Living, it will show up. Facebook will help you.
There's a
Right,
lot of.
exactly, they're looking for it.
So what you could have done, Corky, was go, see the 3 dots next to, so Hootsuite is an app that I run off my page. But you see the 3 dots right
Oh, yeah,
there?
yeah, okay.
So you could have clicked there and added it to your page.
Oh,
That would have added it to your
oh,
page.
that would have been
Even though it's
dynamite.
my event, our event, any event, you can do it. So for my community pages, I can I can add other people's events, goes through my newsfeed, people like it, and I can do things with it that way.
Right, right.
Right? Yes.
There we go, San Jose.
So, so I like your page, I follow your page, can I put See First on your page too?
That'd be great. Please.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, so it's one of those things that people don't know to do.
okay.
And it's hard to even show that, right? So I have, you can, thank you, I am doing it right. So I can see that I see first, because I am stalking Corky. She's my friend and I watch her.
Oh, stalking, you put it that way, I understand.
This is good stalking.
Yes.
So what's interesting here is that even if I may like the page and I've already liked it, so why it shows up, I don't know. But I can tell that 41 of my Facebook friends have also liked it. I also can tell that you have a review over here from somebody.
From who?
I'd have to look at your reviews.
Oh,
So if we go to your reviews here, so you have 21 5-star reviews. So
that sounds good.
5-star.
if I, what's that?
How do we get 5-star?
Well, you have 21 times people have given you 5-star reviews. So
Yeah,
these are,
like Regina Richmond and Billy Cordy.
Yay!
so
Thank
here's
you.
one right here. So this is what I would do on a Tuesday, Corky.
Yeah.
I look at this review, I'd highlight it, and I would copy and paste it. That's a sweet little message. So there's your Tuesday testimonial.
Nice.
So my 5 steps to success. One is developing your platforms. So we're just gonna stay with Facebook for today. That means suggesting your page to your friends. That means posting as often as you can. And here I'm gonna give you a top secret insider tip. So here's my Pruneyard Cinemas. Let me show you how I've gotten so many likes. Besides inviting some of my friends. When somebody likes your post, and this is one of your infrastructure development things to do, Here's a post, right? So right here you can see I'm telling people to like the page. See the call to actions of this? Like the page and click follow, see first. Click on this photo or learn more, which takes you to the website. Well, when I go down here, and don't be hung up on my marketing, my promotion, but you can see that 138 people have liked this post. You can see right there, right? I click on that. I can then tell, so I can tell right now that Nancy Kumson has not yet liked my page. I'm gonna slide right over here and say, so Nancy just got a notification that said Pruneyard Cinema suggests you like their page. So she's taken an action on one of my posts. So that's an emotional connection. I've then swung back in within the hour, because I just did this morning, and she got a new notification suggesting she liked the page.
Now, does
And
it say it's from you?
it says it's from the page. So it's
Oh,
not me,
okay,
it'll be
so she
Pruneyard
doesn't
Cinemas.
know that
Right.
you,
So in this case, it would be Center for Creative Living suggests you like their page. This is why building up a bunch of likes are reactions. I can see right here there's 34 likes, 2 loves, and 2 wows. But you can see that I've invited nearly, so I don't know how to say that name, but I'm gonna slide in there and ask them to like the page as well. This is one thing that people don't know about.
so this is why we get all these posts to like on our news feed.
Well, that's also somebody like myself sponsoring and pushing it out there.
Right,
Because
okay.
I do that every single day. There's an upside and a downside.
So I can do this on my business page.
See this cover photo?
Okay, yeah, I was like, that does not look like
Sorry,
yours.
go ahead, yes.
Okay,
On your business
Okay.
page, not on your profile page.
Okay, so if I've done that from my profile page,
Please.
I
Seriously,
need to do it
Carol.
again on my business page?
Well, there's different ways you can do it. So you've liked the center just now, right? And you saw it see first?
Yeah, but I did it on my profile page.
Right, so that helps give more likes to to their Facebook, the Facebook page.
Yeah.
Which then it will send it out to a wider audience the next time they do a post.
Okay.
I know there's so many layers to this, and I know I do this all the time, so I talk fast. So slow me down if you're not getting it.
So what I'm trying to determine is, should I go to my business page and pull up Center for Creative Living and like it, does it matter?
Well, if you want to like a page as your page, which is a good idea, this is also another way that I build brands. You would go up to the 3 dots of the page. So if we go back up to the top of the page, you see right here where the 3 dots are underneath the martini? And I did not draw that, by the way. So you see my 3 dots? So pretend that you're on the let's go to the CCL page. Of course I want you to go like this one, but
Okay, I'm at
I can
the
already tell I'm
CC.
bouncing around.
Oh, yeah,
So here I am on Center for Creative
Right.
Living. So Center for Creative Living's page,
Yes.
I've clicked on the 3 dots. Right down here it says
okay.
like as your page. So when you like it as your page, it'll go through your news feed on your page saying that you liked it. CCL will get a notification that you, Glorious, liked the page. And then what's really cool is when you like a bunch of pages as your page, you see this, here's another secret that people don't know about. See right here where it says, see pages feed. See where my cursor is right here? See pages feed, post from pages that you liked as your page. It will then bring up the posts of just those pages that I've liked as my page. So with CCL, they go through and they like all their healers, all their ministers. They'd be connected to all those, their inner circle. I can click on this button and it brings up all the posts. So I've only liked 2 pages, mine and one other one, because I control it at the moment. But I can slide through here. So here's Campbell Water Tower's post, and as Pruneyard, you can see I'm the Pruneyard right here, I can then slide in and like it. So I've now liked, and you can see, so Pruneyard's, but I know this is Water Tower though. So Pruneyard just liked the Water Tower, which then gives me an extra like, which then tells Facebook we should send it out to more people. But I also, as the Water Tower, got a message that the Pruneyard liked it. So as CCL did this every afternoon, taking 15 minutes at a time, you could like a bunch of different posts from different pages to get your name seen. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
This is the networking side where you're connecting with people, you're being
So
seen.
I thought I did that on one of the classes that was coming up, and then I went through, and then the next thing that happened is that a lot of people that because there were a lot of people that I hadn't talked to in a long time to try to get them re-engaged, and they're like, who is this dislike? Who is this disconnect?
'Cause you
Leaving
did-
the page.
You did it through a message. You connected through everybody through a message, and so then every single time anybody did anything, we all got notified.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Right,
People hate
and that's
that.
what people were saying. They were like, "What are you doing bugging me so much?" So that was the method that you did it about the class.
I just liked your social media page, Campbell Marketing.
I just tried to
That's
find
why
it,
your name is up
tried
there.
how
I
to
put 5
log
stars,
in.
does that help
5 stars for what?
for the page?
Yeah, that'd be great. So you just reviewed it?
So
I
you
just
have
reviewed it.
Facebook?
Thank
I'm
you.
putting a note here right now.
You know, I don't.
It's my
this
first
is
day,
one
so
of the
it's
things
the
that I
perfect time to
don't-
review.
So you need to be on your
Business
computer
page?
though to see those dots,
Yeah.
right, cause on my
No,
phone
I
I
can,
don't have those dots.
I could see the
I haven't
dots.
done
You
that.
but it
But
took-
but
If
I'm
you
on
don't
a
have an
different
Apple
page.
phone,
Sherry
it might
says
be
he's
up
gonna
on
hit
top.
me and
3
I
dots
will-
up on top.
Anyway.
See it.
Yeah.
See, the Apple and the Android
Oh
are
my
different.
gosh, thank you.
And mine took
It's in
me, because
here.
I'm on a different page, to the star page first,
No,
and not
oh
to
my
put it up on my
Lord.
feed.
I don't know.
You know,
Okay.
in the first place.
You have a CCL, so if I
So-
go
They've
to
been there the whole
CCL,
time.
They're
Right.
very
do
small.
Facebook first.
This is why I work with clients
And then
4
I
months at
look
a
for-
time, sitting with them every
God
week, and
bless
just
you.
walk them through the process.
God bless you.
She's
Okay.
a totally different thing.
Let's keep going around the room asking
He
the
posted
questions.
Uh-huh.
What kind of burger is that?
Is that a chili burger
Yes,
with tater tots? It's a December special,
it is. It looks flippin' delicious.
isn't it?
Okay.
And this is on his Campbell Marketing page.
So that was a post I made for a client, and then I shared it onto my other page.
Okay.
Really, for the reason to help them build their reach. It's a brand new page that I started for them.
Okay.
But it's also a good looking photo. That's why I made a
Isn't
joke
it?
about,
I'm going, wow, I'm not really hungry, but I could eat that.
and
Then they
I
have succeeded.
I eat what I
Great.
shoot. So I basically go into these restaurants, they give me food that I can take photos of, and then I slowly enjoy it.
Oh, so they even make it look pretty for you.
I do that part, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I make it really clear, make it pretty, don't burn it, because I'm taking a photo.
Unless that's the feature, to put hair in your chest because you burned it.
As a marketing person, I would never go there. Okay, Regina, what's your question of the day?
You asked me to put in some descriptions of pictures I posted.
Right, so you had posted a bunch of photos.
A whole bunch, I
with
got
a
them.
with a single description.
Oh, I don't remember putting a description, I just wanted to
Okay,
get them out
well, you didn't, so if you post more than one photo at a time, you need to go back to each photo and add a description. So then you literally need to click on the photo and
there.
edit
And then
it.
add a description and
Yes.
edit, okay. I can handle that.
Laura needs to know how to do to start a business on her Facebook.
And start a
A
business?
business page.
Business page.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, you can
Okay,
pretty
so-
much go to any one of these 3 dots, and you can see right here where it says, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Does anybody see, there it is, create a page.
So the 3 dots.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, you create a page.
Or you can go to help, I think it is. It will also tell you how to.
I just did the 5 dots and I made a comment, how do I send it on its way? The done.
I don't know why it's not coming up for you.
Wow.
I don't see.
Facebook is weird. And that's, I mean, it's really, it changes all the time and no one tells you.
Now, are you on Apple?
No.
Oh, because mine is telling me I can post it there, just, I mean, right exactly where you are, but yours is grayed out.
Yeah.
Oh, did you read the note at the bottom? Mine says you're doing great. Maybe they think I've put enough
He's
words
saying
in
look
the
landing page.
Oh,
See
I
the note
haven't
at the
put
bottom?
enough words.
Yeah. She
It's a
put,
requirement? I didn't know there's a minimum.
well, I wrote 3 sentences and she wrote about 4 words.
Okay.
And they are not letting her post with 4 words, even if they are terrific,
Because
great,
I've seen
and
reviews with
fabulous.
zero words. I mean,
I
I work with
did,
lots
So
of,
just the
I did
stars.
come to the
Just
class
Maybe
when
it's
he
those
showed us
choices.
how to do that.
Because didn't you like put
You
3 or
go
4
here
words?
to
I can't read what you
more,
have
and
on
now-
line from there, but then I
It
bet.
says under 50 letters.
okay, so she's starting a new
Under 50
page. That's way
letters.
too much work for today.
Okay.
But go for it.
And mine
But
is
Regina's
like-
helping her.
Great. What's your
It
question?
says, it says under 50 letters, that's why she couldn't post that. So
Oh.
maybe it stars or over 50 letters.
Not seen that.
So I'm still waiting to get, okay, now I'm back. but they're still asking me to sign up, and I keep hitting sign up, and it's not letting me, but
But
it let me
it
put
looks
up-
like you're already in there. Do you have a profile page right now?
I have a map and the address. But that's
But-
not
but-
a profile page.
But you're in Facebook right now, so you
I'm
must be on
in
it.
Facebook, but
So
I
you-
keep clicking sign up, but if I click sign up, it should ask for my email address or something, right?
But you're already in Facebook, so to get into Facebook, you must have added an email and a password already
I
to
did.
get into it.
I did,
So you have a profile page.
I do.
Do you have a business page yet?
No,
So you don't need to sign up, you need to create a page. So you can go to any page, even a CCL one, and you go to the three dots. Again, the three dots next to the share.
okay.
You scroll down and it'll say,
Page.
create a page. Now, we're not gonna create a page today because it literally will take an hour for us all to do it.
Oh,
And I've got
create
the video
similar
on that.
page, it says.
From
What's that?
Mine says create similar page.
Okay, mine right there says create page, create a
Okay.
group, create an event, create an ad.
Yeah.
Okay,
So it looks different than yours because I must be in a different place.
and it's also, we have two, you're on the phone, I'm on a laptop. And it
Oh,
literally
that's
looks
true.
different,
It's
right?
really
Yes.
My iPad looks different than my iPhone, which looks different than my laptop. And there are times I have all three in action.
So why is it still asking the highlight of sign up if I'm in Facebook?
It's completely illogical that they're asking me that
Just
question.
kinda ignore it.
I would
Because I
love
kept
that.
clicking on it, and then finally I said, okay, I'll just leave it,
Because you're
I'll
already
just
there,
like it.
right?
Yeah, I'm in my own Facebook page.
Okay.
You know, my Facebook, whatever, link.
Who's got another question for today? Anybody?
Yeah,
It's amazing.
Okay.
So,
I'll keep telling, I have lots of things to talk about.
so I gave, like I said, I put money on a couple of things. And
So you see where, okay, so I'm on the Pruneyard page right now, right?
Right,
I can do two things. So they have a new promotions tab, which just showed up a couple days ago. I can click on that, and it'll bring up just the promotions that I've done. So you can see for my Get in the Loop, I have a budget of $80, I've spent 78, I've reached almost 4,000 people. Now those 4,000 people are 16 to 26 in Campbell that I want to get pulled into the theater.
yeah, I need help with figuring out, you know,
Your demographic.
my demographic.
Right, so most likely it would be females 30 to 65 plus that are into spirituality. That's gonna be a wide demographic though, but then when you get into the geographic where you can go, this address plus 5 miles.
Yeah, I haven't
would be
found
nice.
that. And the one, you know, and sometimes I'll put in $3 and they say, you know, you've got a much too wide a range for that $3 that you're gonna
Yeah,
put.
so I did $80 on each of these, and I'm not saying to spend $80, but think about it. I typically suggest to my clients to spend at least $100 a week, but I ask for $1,000 a month to spend. And some do, and when I get the 1,000, it goes really well. So for here, I spent 80, let's just round it up. So $80, I reached almost 4,000. Here I spent almost $80, I reached almost 6,000. These were two different audiences. This one was hiring, so this was within a 3-mile radius at a younger age. And this is slightly older, because I want people to come in and buy alcohol. That's what my job is. I
Yeah.
hate saying that out loud. But alcohol, I found out they don't make hardly any money off a ticket in the theater.
No,
I was stunned. And
It's
they
in
also,
the
Food and the
concession stand.
drinks.
they're
isn't it?
told what they can show in the theater. I did not know that.
Except for the independents.
I'm learning. I've only
Yeah.
been on this for 3 weeks.
No, I
Um,
just coming from LA and having gone to the Independence, it was a whole different experience.
Yeah.
Now it's 2 or 3 places, but you get really amazing movies.
Well, to me, I just want to check out these chairs already.
Yeah, exactly.
But you can see the reach, and this is very, very targeted. And that's how I got 366 people that clicked on the website, and then I got 127 people that clicked on that were hiring at a hiring fair.
Wow.
So we're not gonna get too much into advertising today because that's such a detailed thing. But that's what we'll work on when I come and see you.
Yes.
We have to have more of these.
So another one is insights. So when I go to my insights, it shows me like, so here, you see the second one down is my promotions. That's how I used to find it, without going to my ads manager, which is another step. But my insights right here will tell me, so this is a 7-day. So in the past 7 days, I've reached 15,000 people. 2,500 people in the past week have done something with this page. That works out to, what is that? Divided by 7? So 320 times a day, somebody's doing something with the Pruneyard brand. That's brand new. That's pretty amazing.
Is it
Usually
even,
I-
it's not even open yet, right?
Right. But I have to get it started to get people anticipated to
Sure,
come
sure.
in there for the grand opening, right? Because my job is to sell out the grand opening,
Right on.
which I now have heard, I only have 2 theaters I have to sell. I'm not gonna have trouble with it at all. I know enough people to come to the grand opening.
We'll come.
Downtown Campbell Friend.
But I like this, so I can see that in the past week, 250 people have liked the page. I've reached 15,000, so 15,000 times 50, that's a lot. 750,000 people a year will see this. My goal for this is over 2 million.
You'll do it.
I
Wow.
will.
So why don't I see that page on,
So this is inside information for my page. If you had your own page, you'd be able to.
Do you have a
Okay.
healer's, do you have
It also
a,
doesn't work too well on the phones. The phones
Okay.
have a more reduced.
now, does that work if you have a personal page? Do you have
No.
a business page,
no,
Donna? Okay.
Right, so that's another thing. So the big difference between a personal page and a business page, I guess let's go simple there. Your personal page, you have your friends, your quote friends on Facebook, people that you've
Right.
accepted as a friend. And so you can see their data. It's not clear if you see all their posts or not, but it's the same people that are gonna see your posts as well. So I know a lot of realtors do the profile page and not the business page, so they just inundate their friends with real estate stuff. And if you're not buying a house, you're gonna get annoyed. A business page, anybody can see it, and you can touch anybody in the world. So I have so much more success. I strongly, or actually I insist, my clients have a business page. Because you can't advertise on a profile page, you can only advertise on a business page. And then the advertising is just astronomically incredible and scary at the same time. And you see more and more posts, sponsored, because people like me are pushing it out there. But that's what we do, that's how I feed my kid, so that's how I justify it. So get your business pages started, and then start posting consistently. So what do you post? That's the question I often get, is what should I post? So I like to create campaigns that I do on a schedule. So I know on Monday I'm gonna do a certain thing, Tuesday, and a campaign to me is a single topic. One could be like so you guys have a Sunday service, right? You always have a Sunday service. So you should be having that event page open a couple weeks ahead of time, but like on Thursday, you guys could be posting who the speaker is coming up on Sunday. And then post it on Thursday, wait an hour or two for it to organically grow and reach, and then boost it for 48 hours. So Thursday to Friday, Friday to Saturday, I guess maybe Friday, Saturday,
I
and
mean,
Sunday.
kind of doing that on a couple things, experimenting with that, but then I'm having trouble finding where to see how it's doing.
So that's
with
the Ads
that-
Manager, and then also those promotions, that tab that I just showed you.
Yeah, promotions.
But it's
It's along the side, is it?
up on top. Now, I'm on your page, so you can't see it. But if you go onto your own page, it should be right up along the top up here. See where my promotions is right there? So I've run,
Yeah.
in this count, I've run 5 campaigns so far.
There it is. I got it.
and how do you boost a post?
So when I go to, when you post to a page, which I think we need to actually go to that level, every time you make a post, they want you, see I've already boosted this one, that's why it says view promotion. Let's go down to the tree. So the tree I haven't boosted yet because I couldn't crop out the ground, I don't like it. So here's my tree, it's cute, I had to cut off the lady on the side, but you see where it says boost post?
Oh.
So that's where I go, and then it's like, where do I want to go? And if you notice right here, I have 81 different audiences I've created. And then I would say where I want to go, what I wanted to do. So in Campbell, I'm basically boosting to Campbell, because I have a big following in Campbell already. But I'll take this out to 5 miles around the theater. So the idea is I want to, in 5 miles around a single location, is tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people.
But your first post didn't go that far?
On purpose. I like to start with my immediate local.
Oh,
So
okay.
hyper-localize. The church is a little different, but if you had a store or a shop, start right within a mile radius.
Okay.
I picked up a client in Los Gatos, and they were boosting out 50 miles, trying to get people to come to Los Gatos. If you know anything about Los Gatos and how horrible the parking is,
Oh, yeah.
what are they thinking? So I've convinced them, I basically have taken over, and I'm starting at the base and I'm working my way out. So I'm now boosting only to Los Gatos, and Montessorino, because there's a ton of money in Montessorino. So Los Gatos and Montessorino is that, for that client, and now we're connecting with all these people who have never liked the page because they never went for the home team.
Right.
I want people to be able to walk to my location to buy my product.
And they tell somebody and they tell somebody and it
Right.
goes farther and
They
farther.
come and they have a good time, and then they
have a
post
good
about it, they
experience,
check
yeah.
in, I copy it, and so then I keep boosting each week. A few times a week, I'll send out the lunch special to a 3 to 5 mile radius at the most. And so these people are like, wow, I had forgotten this, they've been around for 20 years or something. So people have forgotten about them, so I'm re-energizing the brand. For the center, it'd be more for along the lines of female, within a, maybe 10 mile radius that are into spirituality.
Yeah, because we get, the way I've done it is San Jose, Santa Clara.
Right, now think about that. So San Jose, there's 1 million people, we're just rounding off, but 1 million people in San Jose. But the geographical aspect, like who's gonna come, somebody's at the end, South San Jose, is probably not gonna come here. So I'd rather go for here plus 5 miles and see what happens.
Well, you have the airport, so that doesn't count.
It's okay, but it'll go past the airport. 5 miles from
But
here.
that's a mile, right?
Right,
That's
but
what
if we
your
go
mile-
5 miles from right here in this location, you're getting into Campbell, you're getting into Milpitas. You're getting you can see the map when you set it up.
And then once you saturate that, he's saying then's when you go out, because I'm in South San Jose and I came today.
Okay.
But I found them on Facebook, or sorry, Meetup, not Facebook.
Right, but you're still one of the exceptions.
Right,
Again,
exactly,
start
but
with
just
where
what you
you're
were
at.
saying is, start here, it'll skip over the airport because there's nobody to send it to. And then,
But that's still a mile.
But it's,
and then you move out.
if you had a product like a book coming out, you
Right.
could take it on a national or international level.
Right,
Again, advertising, it's,
it's a science.
But I don't wanna
It
waste my
is.
money either, you're right.
Right, right.
right, so there's a part of building a brand and there's a part of getting an audience,
Mm-hmm.
right, that you want to get to come in here. But if you were posting, like, every day, posting something of the service, so we talked about Thursday posting who's coming on Sunday and boosting that for a couple days.
Right.
On Sunday, somebody should take a photo in action, boom. Somebody up there speaking, got the lights running through them and they're pumped up. Take that shot and boost it out. Here's what's happening on site, right? Day in the life.
Yeah.
Even a clip of the sermon.
Yeah, I used to do that, but it went to my quirky Facebook, not the Center for Creative Living Facebook.
Well,
Because
don't put on a picture
phone,
today.
you want to have, oh, my daughter just sent me a text. She's in
So we all
college,
want to
I
get
don't
your
say.
daughter to send us a text?
Sorry,
You're good with
it means leave
the
distracted. It's the only person that could distract me. What were you just saying? Literally, I was
That
just-
you want your daughter to send us a text. I'm just struggling, that's where your sentence went.
What were you saying though? I'm sorry, I completely forgot.
Because when I took the picture, it went to my
Yes.
quirky and sent it to
So,
Center for Creative
on
Living.
your phones, there's 2 apps. A Facebook app? Is that air coming on?
No.
Can we turn the air on? If that's possible? I'm feeling the heat. It's the age. No.
Little
Are
hot
you
flash.
sure
There's
it's
a
just
face-
not all
Doing all the
this
talking.
estrogen around you here?
There you go.
I'm pretty grounded right now. If I didn't have this head cold, maybe I would have felt it more, but,
Okay.
seriously, there's a Facebook app and a Pages Managers app.
There
Yeah.
it is.
You want to open the Pages Managers app.
That's with the little orange flag, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And that will take you right to your page, and that's where you post. Unless you want to post to Instagram and feed it to Facebook, which is a different little conversation.
Yeah, that is a different conversation.
But let's just start with you.
What app? Oh, okay.
Okay, so question before you.
It's trying to get me to spend more money. Let me get out of this. Okay.
So I went to notifications because I'm kind of fishing, swimming around.
Yeah.
And then I checked posts, events, live events, all that kind of stuff. So that means everything she posts, the sermons or musical or whatever, I will get those up on my page, on my Facebook.
Well, if you've liked the page and clicked
I
see
have.
first, you should start seeing her stuff more often.
Okay, I still can't find the see first part. I'm still fishing around because my dots didn't give me that as a choice.
So if you go
He
to
said, he
their
said it's
page,
easier on the computer.
Yeah, so I figure I might have to go. So I've got
Right.
this, get notifications, I'm backing back into what I just showed you, all the things I checked.
now down below on that screen right there, is that see first?
No, that's unfollow, that's see first over here, yes.
Okay.
Okay, we found it.
Okay, because I've
Because
done
I
the
was
see
going
first.
with default, and and see first.
Right, so Corky, in your case, you want to open up the Pages Manager's app and load that there, which goes right to the page while you're here.
There we go.
If you,
Oh, yeah.
if you're going into the Facebook app, that's your own profile page, your own news feed. You can get to the page, but it looks a little different.
Okay.
Just the Pages app just gets you zeroed in.
And then take a photo from there?
Take a photo from there, or take the photo first and then open the app. That's fine too.
Yeah, okay.
You know, it'd be great to show the room filled, speaker up in front, avoid empty seats, avoid too much ceiling, too much floor.
Now, when you
Definitely-
take a picture from the app, from Facebook, can you still edit it?
You can now. Facebook does have an edit function. I did it this past week for the
Okay.
first time. I like to take my photo first, clean it up, and then go forward. So it's just a routine that I've gotten into. But I also want it to be convenient, because I want you to post more than make it pretty. In my mind, it's more important to be consistent with your posting. So we were talking about different kinds of campaigns. So the idea is for each of you to think about different campaigns that you could talk about. You know, Tuesday Testimonial is pretty standard. Wednesday Wisdom would fit with this. Throwback Thursday can be some kind of history side of the church. Your Friday favorites could be like your favorite healer in the house. Not that you would say that, because you want to not hurt anybody's feelings.
Well, then you post somebody new every week.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, so let's just take the healers. I've given this one. I think the
We've got,
healers...
we've got healers right here.
So you take your healers, right? We have, what, 8 to 10 in the house, in this building, right? So every week, we talk about one of the healers. Here's so-and-so, and the next time through, you talk about more of what they do. Maybe the next time through, you talk about a testimonial for that person.
Yeah. Well, she's already sent me her blurb.
I already did I found it and I.
Great. Fantastic.
But the Pages Manager, I don't have it, but I'm finding now that I can invite it.
So you have a page, and then you invite your friends to like the page.
No, it says, invite Pages to Messenger. Pages Manager, I did not have it on my menu.
Oh, okay. So you have Pages Manager now. Do you have a page created yet?
Well, I have a
We were
page.
starting it.
Right, because you're going to want
It's a
the...
business page, it's a.
The business page would be slightly different than your profile page.
Yes.
So that might be why the Pages Manager is not telling you anything, because it can't find a business page.
Oh, I see.
I have 14, so I have too many.
What was Monday?
Monday is like a Monday mention.
You mentioned. Thank you.
And so whatever that means to you, it could be a nonprofit, could be somebody else. And these are just little quirky things to remind me what to do.
Right.
But the idea, like with the healers, is that you can have a series after a series after a series. You go through it 3 times, you're now at 30 weeks worth of content on a specific day. That then becomes, you can transfer that into your content calendar, where you take just a regular old month, you put in the different holidays, and then just start putting in the different things that you want to do. So you take your speakers and you run through that. So like the Sunday service, talking about it on the Thursday, then talking about it Sunday morning, and then taking a photo at the service, and then maybe saying thank you on Monday to the speaker. So just that one event, you have those 4 different posts in a week. You are a church, so you can get away with posting that much on that specific topic. Does that make sense?
Yeah, okay. I'll go back to what I used to do. I used to do that and
Because I-
say, thank you so much for the wonderful talk,
Yes.
you know, and then ship it on and,
Right, and if those speakers have a page, then hyperlink or mention them by using the @ symbol and start typing in their name, which will then hyperlink in your post, which will send them a message that you mentioned them. But plus, anybody that sees that post can click on it and go to the healers page.
okay, so if you could please give us, one more time, what's the difference between the pound sign and the @ sign?
So here, right here, you can see where I hyperlinked in. Pruneyard Shopping Center has a big following, and I just met the person that runs this. So to build up the cinema, of course, I went after the person closest that has a big following. So here, I just talk about Peace on Earth, because that was the name of the event, tree lighting celebration.
So is that the
And
@
then-
sign?
So I use the @ sign, and I start typing in their name. So they, after I posted this, they got a notification that the Pruneyard Cinemas mentioned them in a post. That's twofold. One, it helps build this relationship with them. 2, they could share my post onto their page, which would then extend my reach. So by you saying thank you, you're taking a photo of the speaker during church, saying thank you to them by hyperlinking them. If they're into marketing, which everybody should be, but most people are not, they would then share that onto their own page saying, great talking at CCL, what a fun group. It would then extend your reach on your page, sending the message to Facebook. It should go out to more people because people are taking action on your post.
Okay,
Does that make sense?
so,
Yeah.
so if you don't
Yes, and
know,
I get that all the
I
time.
was like, oh my god,
So if they
thank God
don't-
somebody else is doing this, not me.
so if they don't, so what if I don't know what their business page is?
So,
Well, like today, Dr. Eileen was talking, and I know that she's
yeah,
at the Healing House, the-healing
Right.
house.com. Okay, so that would
so
have.
that's her website. Sorry, I
Oh,
didn't
we're
mean to cut you
talking.
off.
We're talking
Is that
about.
a business
Facebook,
page?
you want her Facebook page.
Oh, so then I could just use her name because that would just come up.
Right, is it AY?
AYLEEN.
So here's her profile page. I think she and I are friends, right? Because I can see it says friends there.
Yeah.
Now, I should be able to go to her page, and I should be able to go to, here's another one that everybody should do. So she has her place of employment down as Universal Church of the Master. She could add in CCL as a place of employment as well, right? She does work out of here. She has it linked here to YouTube, which to me, that's 83 million people. You're not gonna get any traffic out of that one. So it would be nice if she had added, or she does add, this is something all your healers should do, is have them add their own business as the place of employment.
So is this her business page or her personal?
This is her
page?
business page because this is her personal page that I'm
Okay.
looking for her place of employment.
Okay.
Let me show you on mine. So if I go to my personal page, you could see that I am the creative art director at Los Gatos Town.
Uh-huh.
That's one of my newer projects. Here's my Camel Water Tower, here's my Camel Marketing. So these are different things. So when I add my place of employment, it goes through my news feed saying I work there, so then my 900 friends will see that I work there. So I'll get these people saying congratulations, and hopefully going and liking my page. Which surprisingly, your friends don't like your pages, so don't be hung up on that. I've seen it, I'm into patterns if you haven't figured that out yet. But it's shockingly sad how few of my friends actually like all my pages.
Oh.
But you can see here, I was working at Smoking Pig, I'm working there again. Here's where I started downtown Campbell. So I've just kept this on there. This was a South Bay project I started. Well, that's a fake page. I need to go change that. It's because I deleted the page from public, that's what happened there. So you all should add your own place of employment, which I think I put under the street development team. So
Your
right
business
here,
page.
so on the bottom of my CCL Street Team Development, I said add the business page as your place of employment, that you're a member of this church.
Oh.
Imagine all 400 members did that. It would go through 400 news feeds. Average person has 300 friends. That's 12,000 people that would see CCL. Now coordinating that, we all know is going to be a challenge. But imagine, I like to think of the possibility.
Okay, I'm stuck on the average person has 300?
How many friends do you have?
Oh
I'm
God,
not
I
judging
hope
you.
not more than 20 or 30, but it's just
Okay.
like, because I'm picky. It's just family. I did open a second page because what I post to family is very different than what I post to friends. And everybody from work to whoever walking down the street, you're on Facebook? Let's do a Facebook. I'm thinking, what is the deal? So I finally just opened
Okay.
it. Now I never go there because I don't have time.
So just so you know, it's illegal to have 2 pages. It's against the rules. So they might drop one without
I've
your
had it
notice.
for years, so.
You could create a closed group and just add your family or friends to it on Facebook and just post to that
Okay,
as a workaround.
okay.
But
But for all I was told is I needed to have 2 email addresses, and of course I have 2 email addresses.
right,
And that
but
was
if
how I did
Facebook
it.
ever puts an algorithm, face recognition, you have your photo on both pages, they
Right.
might go, you've,
That's fine.
You
As long as they-
violated our rules. We're
As
closing
long
it
as
down.
they get rid of the friends, I don't care.
right,
The
but you
family
never know.
one,
So I know a
Right.
band that started a profile page, which is illegal, against the rules, sorry.
Because it should be business.
It should be a business. So they worked it for 2 years. They had 5,000 friends, because that's the max.
Wow.
Facebook dropped it overnight. They came back on the next morning and the 5,000 fans friends.
So it doesn't matter, cause nobody told me that it was not possible, all they said is I had to have a second email, so.
Yeah, that'd be
I
cool.
never go there, so I probably should close it.
Yeah, but you also should go there to see what's happening.
Well, yeah, with my friends,
Right,
yeah.
I mean, it should be fine, but
I just find that I don't wanna spend hours time on
I
the
completely
computer
understand.
or staring at this silly page.
I acknowledge, this is how I feed my kids. I mean, really, this is, for the 8 years I've been on Facebook, it's always been about feeding my kids. I'm a single dad, this is how I make my living. So it's always been a business. That's why most of my friends are colleagues, not friends.
It'll give me options of how I
Uh,
can boost it.
But yeah,
But it's just interesting the way you have to like things and share them across.
right. So when you have a bunch of friends, then you can suggest your new page to all your friends. So when you have 20 friends, you could ask those 20. I have 900.
Well, the same thing with the one we just loaded, with this one, so
Right.
we can add that on, okay.
So adding your place of employment as your business page is another thing I see constantly that people don't do.
Is
People-
profile the
What
same
is
as
this about?
business?
They're completely different. So your profile page is
Your personal.
your personal page where you have friends. Your business page are where you get likes. People like your page
Okay.
or follow you.
Okay.
I want it to this group.
Does that make sense?
Yes, so I need to set up a business page.
Yes.
Within this model
Okay.
range.
And then there's different things you can, so that you would want to do the same type of thing
You pay
here.
$5 for that?
So if the entire congregation would go and like the page, click follow, react to the page like we talked about,
My business card.
you can add a comment to the post, you can suggest the page to your own friends, the CCL page.
So I can
You could like the page as your business page, which we talked about earlier,
choose.
because that sends it through your own news feed so you people can see it.
And now I can choose.
And then write a positive review. Well, I guess you could write a negative review if you really felt like it. You might want to check, so UCM, 3 weeks ago, got a review that wasn't so friendly. You might want to look into that.
Okay,
I didn't see
So,
it.
I don't mean to call anybody
I
out.
just looked at them, but I didn't see it.
you see him?
I just read the 4 or 5 that was posted, and they were all 5-star.
For
But I didn't see
great
this
living.
negative one he's talking about.
No, I think he's
So-
talking about UCM.
That's a Universal Church of the Master, and we're the.
This is your, isn't this you?
Yeah,
This is your parent?
yes,
Parent church.
and we got a negative
So
one.
I studied your post for the past month, that's why I wrote up the
Yeah,
data
yeah,
this
yeah,
morning.
yeah.
So when I come down here, I can see your reviews. So I don't mean to call Ron out, but Ron left you a 2-star review
Ron McLean, yeah, yeah.
and talking about you guys aren't addressing issues. For spirituality, I actually laughed, but I think he's serious.
He is.
Sorry, probably inappropriate to laugh.
Well, no, that's okay, because he's disgruntled, he's been disgruntled with us for years.
Right, so people, for whatever reason, I can tell that he doesn't, I just went to his page. So I know, no cover photo, he doesn't really know what he's doing here. He lives in Florida.
Well, his wife lives in Florida, he lives in Sedona. Well,
So-
maybe he's moved, I mean, he might have moved.
But I think it's
That looks more like
important,
Sedona.
it's important when somebody, so you can't remove a review on Facebook, but you could engage it. Thank you for the feedback, Ron. We know exactly what you're talking about and we're addressing the issue.
I will do that.
Who knows what the issue is, and don't get into specifics, but the idea from a PR perspective, because brand management is what I really do, you want to be seen that you're responding to these messages, because I can go there, I didn't actually check to see if you did respond.
No, I doubt it.
But if I go to your reviews, this is of the church, so I can see there are 7 5-stars, I see 2 that are 1 and 2. I can go, so here's Ron. So you can make a comment right there. I just made 3 comments to him. I'm gonna casually delete each one. That was not my intention, but I might leave the
Fast fingers.
I might leave this other one because it'll be like, what's he saying to me?
I need a translator.
Say what?
Where did you get the edit?
The
It's
dots.
up in the corner.
In the corner again in the dots.
So he might have just gotten a couple messages. He might have just gotten 3 notifications that some stranger named Clifford just went off on him.
And said nothing.
But it'd be good. But even like here, so this is Richard. He's the prez, right?
Yes,
know,
yes.
So you can see 9 people seeing it. You might want to go back in. Thank you for all that you do for us. Thank you for your leadership, and make some compliment to him. Make a compliment to you. Does that make sense? Because it's perception. It's the PR side of things. So one person made a comment to him, Chris, thank you for your heartfelt leadership. That's pretty cool, right? But if I was running this page, so I can see Regina liked it,
Yep.
So- So what I don't see is that you, the church, liked his post,
No, I never look at it.
right? So Regina, I know Ann. Right, so I don't know, so I don't see the church responding to this. So it'd be nice for the church to come in there with some love, right? You slide right here and it'll come up with the love. You can't get love off your phone, and you might not be able to do this on your phone, but I can definitely do it here. So, is that Regina right now writing?
Regina, is that you?
I can just tell that somebody's writing.
Yeah.
But
That
I
looks like
figure
her writing.
I'm not- It says a friend, so, but it's nice for,
And what'd you
There
say?
you go. Your
Your words of
wisdom.
wisdom.
Nice.
right, so that's sweet, right? So imagine,
Aw, we're-
like, if
should have
different
to do
members of the
it.
church went in there and wrote on this, that would be really cool. I don't think that will help it grow from a reach standpoint, but the church, whoever's running the church's page should roll through here, respond to the negative, say something positive, but minimally just like it.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And that should be true for anybody who leaves a message.
Right,
regardless
so I
of
would keep going, so,
road.
remember we were talking, so Jackie had a problem, she left you guys a 1 star and didn't tell you why.
Yeah.
And then Boo Rhodes liked that post.
Like the post where she was mean?
So, I don't know who Boo is, does anybody know Boo? And I'm not trying to call anybody out,
No.
but you can see things. So, you might wanna look up Boo, and you can see, I have no idea who Boo is. And I'm questioning if that's really her name. She's a mom first. She works
you
at
like your
Spooky
steak?
Boo's Scary Story Time.
I think I like number 3.
Unfriend and
So this is, you know what else I noticed there is I can't become her friend. She has it turned off. I can follow her, but I can't ask to be her friend.
Huh.
So she has some really high security things on her. But the fact that she went to your review and liked a negative, a 1 star review with no words, that's weird to me. Right? She must be, maybe she had a negative experience but didn't want to leave her own review.
Yeah.
Maybe she's friends with the person who left the 1 star.
Right, because when you leave when you leave a review, it goes through your news feed,
Yeah.
and your 3,000 to 5,000 friends are gonna see that. And that's why reviews are not good, which is why I have it on there for people to make a review. Does that make sense?
Yes, thank you.
So, to me, you got 9 reviews here, 4 or 5 stars, that you could probably use as a Tuesday testimonial. And as you're posting on Tuesday, talking about a testimonial, it's like sending out a message that we're looking at reviews and people will come and add more reviews. When people ask me, how do I get a Yelp review? I'm like, how often are you posting Yelp reviews? It should be every Tuesday. So, thank you for this wonderful 5-star Yelp review from RM. In this
So,
case, sorry.
Yeah, so what I put is, you know, thank you, Ron, for your comment. Would I do a asterisk, an @ sign for Ron McLean, or will it just go to him anyway?
It'll go to him anyway, and it won't work unless you're his friend, because it's a personal page, not a profile. I'm not a business page.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't get into drawing. It's more about, he's not gonna change his mind. So we're not trying to convince people that you want to sell this product. He's either gonna like you or not like you. He obviously has an issue, he thinks something's not being addressed. Thank you for that feedback. Thank you for sharing. Right, it's just one of those typical things to blow it off.
Yeah,
It's about people like myself that come here to look at this. I want to see that you've responded, that you're not burying your head in the sand like he's talking about, right? He's talking about shoving things under the rug.
Right.
I don't know what it is, I don't care what it is, I don't even want to know. But I'd like for you to respond to it.
Yeah, unfortunately.
So
I do
your
watch.
comments are in here that you rate, that you edited out, so are those gonna disappear?
I hope so. If you refresh that screen, I'm hoping they're gone.
And how do you refresh it?
Just pull it down and it should just pull it down and just start over.
I'll just,
Sorry,
I'll
Clifford.
come out of it.
They're not here, and I'm not afraid of Ron, because my gibberish doesn't make any sense. The fact that I did it 3 times is kind of funny.
Yeah, I was surprised that your thumb just knew where to go, huh?
So you guys, this church page is just, you guys aren't posting enough on there. So what you and I need to do is sit down, maybe after the new year, and just come up with specific campaigns, create the content calendar for both the church page
Well,
and
yeah,
the center.
we do have things that we can do, because they have a lecture every once a month, and they have Vespers once a month, and they have the, different things that are going on, so,
Right, so I see that you have some events.
yeah.
I thought I saw something about a monthly meeting for best practices or something.
Yeah, that's the Ministers Forum. That's on Wednesday, the fourth
Right.
Wednesday of the month.
So again, it's the same type of thing. You have your events or you have things going on, but this is also membership recruitment, right? You can get into what your principles are, what your mission statement is, why people should join your church, pointing out different ministers. I mean, for the church, how many ministers are in this church?
About 300.
So right there, that's 6 years worth of content, once a week, in my mind. See how I just take that number and I just stretch it out? So I would take the most active and most productive ones that would have a higher probability of liking or sharing your own post, start with them once a week. But maybe with the church, you do it twice a week. I just like the pattern of once a week I do this every time. But you could do 2 ministers a week, so Monday mention could be a minister,
No,
maybe
that would be
Thursday.
too hard, because I mean, I've got to do the stuff for CCL, and and I'm really more motivated to do stuff for CCL. You know what I mean?
So am I. My loyalty is to CCL, you and Dottie, right? I mean, that's why I'm physically here.
Yeah,
I'm doing this because it's your thing.
we love you.
But you got the idea about the campaigns, right?
Yeah, I understand that. I mean, the reason that you're here is because you love us. But even beyond that, it's because at UCM they said, "Hey, this guy that we just met, Clifford White, is interested in doing this for UCM," and I jumped at it. I want to do it. That's up, Clifford.
Okay. I'm not sure I just followed where you were going with that, but my head's a little clogged. But both organizations really should get more active on Facebook. So right here I can tell that you guys put a cover photo up, but nobody went back and added a description. When you change your cover photo, you have to go back and edit the photo to add a description. Like what is, taking that mission statement and putting it as a description, because this just went through your news feed with no text, except for what was on the photo. Back in January of 2015.
Soon to be 3 years ago.
Right, so, church is closed. But you can see where I'm going with that. So let's let this one go bye-bye.
Should a church ever say closed now?
I wouldn't.
Yeah,
I'm open 24 hours a day.
yeah, I wouldn't say closed for
I'm
church.
calling you at 2 a.m.
That's fine. I got my phone on.
You got message.
Don't bug me. I've learned sleep mode. I get calls all over. But I tell my clients, 9 to 9 is when you can call me. Or if you want an answer, 9 to 9.
Yeah.
So I want to encourage you to do more posting on the CCL page.
Yeah.
Because you have the Center for Creative Living is the healing center, right?
Yes.
And healing center and church.
Yes.
So to me, there's tons of content.
Yes.
You have your volunteers once a week to say thank you to some volunteer working here.
Yes.
It's the thank you are the most underutilized word in the world, but also on social media. So saying thank you to so and so for singing today, just those little things.
Yeah.
You kind of put it out there, and that also humanizes.
Okay, so I have the wall over there. That's so for like a little over a year, maybe 2 years, we did every week we did volunteer of the week,
Okay.
and so I have all the pictures up there. So do you think it would be good to go back and say, throughout the years, these are the people who have been in, like once a week, say
Fantastic.
once again, I'd like to thank.
That could be your
And
Monday
maybe a
mention,
little thing about them.
right?
So what's Saturday?
I don't know. Sorry.
Sassy Saturday.
Sunday fun day.
You know what I would have liked to have seen, because I
I
was
can't
just up on
remember.
these pages
Sorry.
for the first time, would have been like a clip of what he was talking about of the sermon, which leaves you hanging because you want to know what they said next or where they took the topic, just a 5-minute blurb. or-
Yeah, and so-
Yeah, literally, and to, it's different being here with all of you and feeling the vibe.
Yeah.
But that would have been really great.
Well, so every week I do the CCL Insights, and this looks like the candy cane thing.
Yeah.
Okay, and if you click on that, that's the whole list of things that are happening.
Oh.
But how would you know that?
No, yeah, and I found that today and the dates and the talks, but you don't get a clip of what it feels like.
And
Well, then every week in the CCL Insights, I do the video. The video that I took today will be in next week's.
And that would be great. That would be really great.
So it should be in, I probably should put it in here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right, because those insights are your email, right?
yes.
That's the constant contact.
Right, so I'm still not a fan of you posting your email onto here. Numbers tell me stories, right? So you guys posted 6 emails this month, 3 in one day, and you have 9 likes total. So you're averaging 1.5 likes per post on your email. It's minimal engagement. I would find another way to get that information. What I usually do is I take I can feel the head cold really coming up. Sorry. I take my campaigns and I turn those into my email. You're taking your email and you're putting it up on your social media and nobody's doing anything with it.
Yeah.
So I would discontinue posting the email specifically onto here, because I know it's a button that you push. And I would be more into putting more campaigns up, scheduling posts, right? We didn't even talk about that yet.
Yeah, I know.
I'm slightly confused. Are you? And you probably know what he's talking about.
So she doesn't have it-
emails that people send
So
that
she
said
puts-
I lied.
You'll see right here. So I can tell when there's an email, because I can see it right here, constant contact. See where my cursor is?
That's it. The link that you.
There's 2 people that like this one.
I think I'm one of them.
The dog one, I'm gonna let go, I'm not gonna talk about that one.
And that's
Here's another one, but not a single person liked it. So Facebook's like, wow, this post has 0 engagement.
Yeah.
We're not gonna send it out. So I bet you if you look, could you look, see what your reach is on that post?
But you know,
And
I
I'm not-
remember
I
liking
can
that.
get it.
I know at some point I liked that post.
There
It's
are,
interesting
there were
that it's not
6
there.
different email posts in the past 9
Okay,
days.
so,
Okay.
the bell-shaped one has, two people liked it as far as,
2?
yeah,
On this one right here?
yes.
And I show 0. That's weird. But what's the reach? If you look underneath the likes, what's the reach say?
There's the likes, look under likes.
So you go to, like for here, I can see I've reached 6,400 people with this post.
Wow.
So I'm
And if you
under,
think about it, I only have 200 or 400 people like the page, and I've organically reached 2,300.
I don't
That's
see it. I
astronomical.
just see that with just the 2 people and their names. And I look under like,
Okay,
and,
like this one right here, I reached only 136, but
Are
that's
you-
still not bad.
good.
Are you on the business side of it?
Well, yeah, that's,
Here's
No.
one that reached 1,100 people organically.
Thank you.
And I only had 300 when I put this up, so
You're
that's,
right.
that's
It
multiple
wasn't?
hundreds of percent,
Okay.
where an
I'm
average
working.
percentage is 10 to 15.
You're
Because I've gotten consistent
Yeah,
on
go
my
through the
posting,
business, it shows
and I've
different.
been boosting.
where am I? I'm Center for Creative Living.
So that's why I'm saying with them,
CENTE. I get it.
Now, what does boosting do again? You said in the beginning.
so here's another constant contact. This is your best one, which that also doesn't make sense because I see that there was 4. So boosting sends it out to a wider audience.
No. Okay.
Oh,
But I can
4,
send it
that's
to a
crappy.
female of a certain age, living in a certain place that owns a house,
So
that has a
demographic.
child, that bought something at a store. It's amazing how deep I can get into it.
Yeah, and I've looked for that and I haven't been able to find it.
Yeah, I don't see that on here
It's in the
either.
Which?
boosting,
The
it's in the boosting section.
Well, the CCL Insight Mercury retrograde, I don't see that on the CCL page.
Bless you!
On December 1st, there was 1, 2, 3 different ones. So here's one right here. So here's, have you seen the latest news? I would have
Oh,
gone
there
with,
it
have you
is.
seen the latest news of hyperlinking my own name? Have you seen the latest news? Here is the latest news from Center for Creative Living, for example. I
Yeah.
hyperlink my own name all the time.
What was,
So you have it right
Web
here, have you seen our latest
extract
news? I would have gone with, here is the latest news for Center for Creative
I
Living.
don't even know what that
hyperlinked.
is.
And I don't know what this whole web extract, so
I
this
don't
looks,
either.
this looks confusing, right? So it's
Constant
not,
contact.
right, so that's an email,
Yeah.
Yeah,
but it's,
That'll
is it,
probably
is it
come
not,
up the
it's not
weekly
grabbing
email.
my attention to go click on it.
Well, because it doesn't have a name that I even care about. Any
Web
word
extract,
in there.
yeah, I mean, right, so you start going, and then you start tying it into the
What the
brand,
hell?
right
Yeah,
there.
and I'm
You
like,
read it, you
what?
see the brand, and you're like, what is this group? They're extracting from the web?
Well, then, you know, when you're sitting in the DMV for 6 hours, you go and look at those things because you have
Right,
lots of
so
fun.
then here's your
I'm
CCL
trying
Insights.
to log into.
You can make this one a hyperlink creative, Center for Creative Living Insights.
Yeah. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Oh, it's recording.
Oh, so she could put that in blue, so
Right.
that when people clicked on it, it took them to
Right,
Insights.
because I like doing the hyperlinks, because I like seeing the blue. I think the blue stands out
It does.
Yeah,
in my mind. That's why I hyperlink my own name all the time.
and you hyperlink it by doing the @
The @ symbol, start typing in my name with the spaces, and it'll bring it right up.
Oh, because you take the cursor over and it pops up. You don't
Right.
have to do anything.
So people can, so you can see right here, I'm hyperlinked my own information, because I want to really bring up the brand. I'm hired to build the brand.
Okay.
So on that one that says to decorate the center, that had the web extract, 43 people were reached.
So 43 out of 561. So what's that, 7 or 8%?
Yeah,
So that's not untypical.
okay, and then,
And that's where the consistency, occasionally boosting, getting friends, getting the colleagues here at the center to go to the page.
Start to see what works and what doesn't.
Right, but that's been my message the whole 6 months, is get the people that are here to go to the page, just to like it, which then sends the message to Facebook to send it out wider. And if they shared it onto their own page. So if you had a team of 10 people came and liked the post, and then they all shared it onto their own page, you would quadruple your following in a matter of just a couple months,
Just click on
without
that.
any money.
Not on the see all. I mean, just on that.
There's a lot to Facebook. Like, don't be
Yeah.
intimidated, just gotta get into it and get started. I mean, it's really the important part, is just get started and just start posting and see where that takes you.
We only have 5 more minutes. Can we talk about Facebook Live real quick?
So if I wanna do a Facebook Live, where do I go?
So, look at that one.
Oh, it's
Shop
right there.
Amazon, that is a
Where?
great post.
So I have to get off
Yeah.
the client page. Let me
We
go to
have a
that.
good post. She reached 2,319 people.
Which one?
Do you shop Amazon? How to donate to CCL
Did you
every
boost
time
that
you
one?
shop.
You boosted that one?
I sure did.
Yeah. So that's, you had the pin to the top, right? I'll show you in just a second.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, so it's
I can see the
55
pin.
are organic and 2,264 were paid.
1,000 others, wow.
So, look at that. 1,000, I didn't even catch that one, because it was pinned and it was flashing.
2,264.
Shows me 1,072.
And, yeah.
Well, and so it's what? But click on it. Click on that 1,000,
Exactly.
and then, now it won't show it for me because I'm not an admin. What it'll bring up is all these people I can add as my friend. Now, when I start seeing things like this right here, where did you,
It says
where'd you,
1,089 liked it.
where did you send this to?
Out. I don't know, how do I know?
Look at
You
the
So-
put
names.
it on.
I'm looking at,
Names.
Where?
I'm just looking at just the first couple. It looks like you took it internationally.
Well, I figured, yeah,
Holy
sure.
cow.
So, Shangri-La
Amazon.
City College, I don't even know where that is.
Well, Amazon,
Must be
you know,
nice.
it's, so okay, my target was men and women ages 14 to 65 plus who are located in 0 locations. This information ran for 6 days.
How much did you spend?
$10.
So you had great reach. Now, I would not suggest this page to all these international people. I'm not judging this, but I am judging it. Like, I
Well,
don't know
no,
what,
I'm
I don't know
learning
what this
from you.
dude is, right? I can't read his name. He has no description. Because you want to localize your business for everybody, because there's a way to create a lookalike audience. I wasn't gonna say this, but I'm gonna say it now. I can take my 5,000 followers on one of my community pages. Facebook will identify 1,500 characteristics, purchasing and searching characteristics, and find people that have the same characteristics on a national level. Then I take that national audience, which is I'll take the top 1% of those people, which is 2.1 million,
Yeah.
and I'll bring them down into my Los Gatos. So I will know the top 1% that match my current followers' criteria within a specific demographic. They have a higher probability of liking my page. Because you went so far away, I have a client that bought a bunch of international followers, thousands of them, but I can't use that audience because I don't want those thousands of followers in a foreign country because they're never gonna come to Los Gatos. So I would not invite these people to like your page. But you have 1,000 people there, so I would
Go through it.
slowly, I know, but it's basically put your cursor over it and see, like this, I'm not sure that guy's around here. I don't think I would touch this. the more I think about it, because it's gonna take so much time.
Yeah,
Your reward, I would just chalk this up, great learning experience, look at all these people that saw your post, move on. Don't go invite them to like your page.
I guess
'Cause
there's
it
more
messes
to
up your
life than
group.
numbers, huh?
Yeah, I mean, there's a, but
Not really.
I'm seeing, you're all over the
Yep.
world.
Where in the world
I
are
learned
you?
a lot of good.
So I'm into, spreading the love, that's why I talk about that all the time, it's about spreading the love. So yeah, you did,
Good job, Courtney.
Yay!
but it's like I haven't seen a single name that I would pick, and I acknowledge the judgment that goes into it. But again,
Well, yeah, I mean, they're not gonna come here, but if they wanted to buy stuff online, we have 2 things that we are selling online.
right, so I would break that down
Everything.
further, I would have added a photo on this,
Show the things that you're selling online, and then,
yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
on.
thought this was a good post.
it
I would
is.
have added a photo, it's rather long, and you got tremendous traction.
Well, it just feels good to, yeah, something, there's a photo.
All right, you made the 2 comments.
2 comments.
You made 2 comments yourself. So you, Corky, made the
Good
comments.
job, Corky.
Woohoo!
But I would have rather you did it as the page. Making the comments as the page, because I want to protect your privacy.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
So, Doreen Virtue. Let's go back to answer your question. So if you want to do something live, I really should be running a live feed when I do these classes.
Yeah.
But you see where right there? Start a live video,
Where?
oh, there it is, okay, okay.
Start.
accessing my camera.
Yeah, but you say
Connect.
things that you say that you don't want.
I'm not gonna do it, I just wanna show you, but that's literally where you do it.
Okay,
And I've just found, the other thing to keep in mind is that you don't want your phone like this, you want your phone like this.
oh.
That's
okay,
where,
okay.
when you have it like this, you have the big white things on the
Oh,
side
okay,
that
okay.
people do all the time. Ooh, my daughter sent me another text.
Mhm.
I'll read it later.
Why is that turning?
But I don't do video well, or at all.
Why?
Yeah, so that's uploading the video, so that's where you would upload your video.
Okay.
So doing Facebook Live, it's a new thing. I think it's gonna destroy Facebook personally. I think you're gonna have people that are like, out drinking, walking down grocery store going, what kind of cookie should I buy tonight?
Oh,
These different little goofball things.
Well, they were able to live through the look what I had to eat today.
Well, I work at a restaurant, so I do that all the time. Chili burger, you liked it.
It looked good.
Yeah.
And all meat.
How do I get
So I know
more?
this is a ton of information.
I need to get more people following me.
No, it's
Only-
very good,
That was
Great.
it's been
excellent.
awesome.
I am-
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey!
Good.
How can I get 519 people following me and 562 people liking me?
I have more people following me than likes, because some people will go just follow and not like a page,
I have more
which doesn't
people-
make sense to me
I have more
either.
people liking me than following me.
But
That's
some-
typical, I mean, that's
but
nice, that's
because
what,
they
that's
just
what my
like
goal
the
is.
page.
And they're not following it, so.
Because people don't notice, click on the follow, that's one of those things. I
Trying to
like
turn
the
this
likes
on.
because then I have a bigger audience and a bigger reach, for that small percentage, and then I push it out even farther.
Wait.
I'm out of the room.
All right, so we're gonna pause for a couple months.